everybody, and welcome to another episode of Thursday's Random Readings. I'm Marilyn. Happy Thursday, everyone. Hoping you're all doing well. I'm here today once again to pull some cards and share some messages that come through for anyone that joins. Let's bring you over there a little bit. Today I am going to use two different decks. One of them I've never really used before, but it has called to me and let me know that it wants to be used. So that's what we're doing. Hey Maddie, hold on one second. There we go. This deck that called to me, I'm going to be using two. This deck that called to me today, that I've never played with before, but for some reason wants me to play with it today, is called Thelema Tarot. And it has to do with the workings of the Fae. So, girl, I don't even want, my eye is just, I don't even want to go there. I'm so over it right now. I'm about ready for them to take my eyeball out of my head, to be quite honest with you. Anywho, two decks today. We're going to be using the Thelema Tarot, which I have never used before, but it wants to come on and play today. And the other deck that I'm going to be using is a little oracle deck that I got a long time ago. I love this little oracle deck. It's got such beautiful art on it. And it's called Earthly Souls and Spirits Oracle. So I'm really excited to play with that. And that'll be the first time that I play with this deck for these readings as well. Thank you. Thank you for the good vibes to my eyeball. I appreciate it. Hello, Dineo. All right. So, let's see. I need paper, first of all. I need paper. I need paper. Okay. All right. I get, hello Josie. I get messages that I download while I'm reading these cards, and randomly I will give those messages. So even though some people, I might say that they're for some people, they might actually be for someone else. So please know that. I'm sitting here looking at my phone. My phone is in no way reflecting my ring light, but my ring light is reflecting from my eyeball onto the phone. Oh my god. Okay. Anywho. Like I said, playing with the Earthly Souls and Spirits oracle deck, and it's really, really cool because I love this deck. Hey Steph. It's really cool because each one of these cards has like different moon phases on it. And oh, this one's one of my favorites. Has different moon phases on it, and they're so pretty. I don't even remember how I found them actually, but I did, and they're mine now. So there. And then we're going to be using the Thelema deck, and if anybody has any questions, yeah, there you go. Put them in the little question box, or you can just put them in the comments. Either or is fine with me. I know, it's so pretty, right? I love it too. Too bad you don't have it, Danielle. Danielle's my daughter, everybody. I always give her a hard time. Okay. There's a message that is dying to come through right now, but it keeps getting me off track here. This one might even be for me. Hold on one second. Okay. The message that just came through for me is research into the cause. So it literally might be for me, or it could possibly be for any of you. So research into the cause. All right. And I'm going to pull a card really quick. I like to do this in the beginning to kind of, Spirit kind of designates where our conversation is going during these readings. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for that super quick. And this one's going to be out of the Thelema deck. Okay. All right, so today our conversation is going to be, the messages are probably going to be regarding transformation and the mastery of that transformation, what it takes to master that transformation, what it takes to take hold of that transformation and move forward with it. When we have the kings come up, they are a mastery of something. But then the question comes up, do we ever really master anything? I don't think that we do. I mean, if we did, then we wouldn't continue to want to learn things, right? So I don't think mastery is possible, to be quite honest with you. So I think that what he's trying to tell us today is that throughout this change, throughout this transformation that we are going through, not only do we need to keep our wits about us, but we can't let the fire consume us, right? It's the fire is all about that transformation, and it comes through a forest and it burns away the trees and it burns away that stuff on the ground, right? And then the sun and the rain come and they shine down on that forest, and a beautiful new trees and bushes and plants and flowers and all of that grow once again. So one of the things that we need to remember when we have the wands come into play is that, yes, this is about fire, this is about transformation, but it's also about not allowing that transformative aspect to take over. We still have to remember our boundaries, and we still have to remember the person that we are inside, as well as the person that we're becoming in our transformation. Hoping that rings true. All right, so let's see here. We're going to go to our first question. Hello, Muse and Spirit. All right, Miss Corey. Let's draw one for Miss Corey. Which one do I want to use for you? I think I want to use my earthly spirits and souls for you. Aw, Corey. You got luminous. Isn't that pretty? That luminary, that visionary, that being that lights up the sky, but still holds mystery within. The one that attracts is enigmatic, magnetic. Let's see. Luminous on here means luminous full moon blessing, charge, envision, spell, with intent, manifest and bring your desires forth, dream and be grateful. So with that comes into play, we just, had our new moon and planted seeds and things like that. So now we're moving towards our full moon once again, and that is going to be gratitude, and that is going to be release. So one of the things that this card is telling you, Corey, definitely is those seeds that you planted via new moon, continue to work with those seeds. Hello, Runa. Continue to work with those seeds and allow that sun to shine down on them. Allow that moonlight to shine down on the seeds and help them grow. okay? All right, let's see. Next one. I would love a card, whatever the winds want me to know. All right, Miss Muse and Spirit. Oh, for Pete's sake. Hold on, guys, sorry. My arms aren't long enough here. Okay. All right, Miss Muse and Spirit. Which one do I want? I want to use Thelema for you today. Definitely. Definitely. The fairies want to give you a message for sure. Okay. Which one of you want to come out? You do. Oh. All right, Muse and Spirit. You got the Strength card today. And when we get the Strength card, it's a reminder of that beautiful strength that we have within us, that we often forget about. But we also need to remember that strength is not always overbearing, right? It's not always pushy. It's not always demanding. That strength can also equate to grace and beauty and compassion. You know, being a compassionate person in this world takes a lot of strength. So the messages that Spirit has for you today are, if you're doubting yourself for any reason, I really want you to give yourself a break. Number one, give yourself a break. And number two, remember that beautiful grace that you walk with every day. And that is a wonderful gift of strength. It's a beautiful way to manifest what Spirit, you know, is giving us. And it's a wonderful thing to remember about ourselves, that we do carry this gracefulness within us, even in this fast-paced time and this can be abrasive world. All right? Okay. Let's see, another question. All right, Miss Josie. Okie dokie, I will give you a card, darling. Hello, Julie. All right, Miss Josie. Which one do you get today? Hold on one sec. Okay. Josie, this message came through for you, and it's the rhythm of breath and heartbeat. I don't know if that, good, Muse and Spirit. Hello, Writer Bro. I don't know if that message means anything to you, but as I was receiving that message for you, I could hear the waves coming into play. So, if you are anywhere near an ocean, definitely want you to go and visit it. If you're having a hard time bringing yourself calm and peace, definitely look into soundscapes and listen to that ocean, those waves coming and going, and try and pace your breath with the ebb and the flow, and really get in touch with that heartbeat and bring yourself that calm and that peace that needs to live within you. Slow down, definitely slow down. And listen. You're supposed to listen too. There's a message in your heart that you need to hear, whether it be healing or a message of love and compassion, but you need to receive it. Okay. All right, I'm going to draw you a card. And I think that we're going to use my Earthly Souls and Spirit deck for you. We got Angelic. So, I don't know if you've been having loss of breath or palpitations or the feeling of quickness happening within you. I wouldn't be surprised if you do have some of your angels, some of your ancestors around you at all times in general. But a way to receive message of healing and love from them is definitely getting in touch with that heartbeat, with that breath, connecting all of it, right? Allowing that connection to happen. That's what Spirit keeps telling me. You need to stop, and you need to take a break, and you really need to do a check-in. Listen to that ocean, listen to the ebb and the flow, and you'll be able to connect with so many different things. So now I'm going to tell you what the paper says. Paper says, angelic water element. I love it when it does that. West, love spell, with intention, faced west for self-love, self-esteem, forgiving, cleansing, and letting go. And there you go, kind of confirms all of that, especially the cleansing of the heart. Okay, the release via the heart. All right, next one, let's see. Okay, Miss Maddie. One for me, please, whatever I need to hear. Okie dokie. Julie, I'll get to you in one sec. Maddie, I'm going to use the Oracle deck for you. I do want that one. Okay. All right. Miss Maddie, you have nurture. It's very easy to nurture things outside of us. It's very easy to nurture the feelings and the spirit and the physical well-being of others. It's very hard to take that time and nurture ourselves. So when this card comes into play, it's definitely letting me know that you need to take that self-care time, and you need to sit down with yourself, and you need to enjoy yourself, and you need to nurture yourself with love and healing. And just taking that time out, I think, for you is really important. So let's see what this says here. It says, gifts heal home. Feel the earth's heartbeat, flow of energy. Synchronize with Mother Nature, herbs, crystals, and candles. Okay, so it sounds like your kind of nurturing talks about divining, playing with those candles, playing with spells, playing with earth element, going for a hike, visiting the fae, things like that. So if you haven't done that lately, it's definitely time to put on those warm, dry clothes and get out there and nurture that inner spirit of you. Okay? All right, Julie, I'm going to do you next. And Julie, Steph, I see you. And Julie, you're going to get the Thelema deck. Okay. All right, you got the Ten of Swords in reverse, Jules. And Ten of Swords in reverse, when Ten of Swords comes into upright position, it talks about disconnection. It talks about endings of connection. Not just physical endings, but like spiritual endings, like communicative endings, heart endings, disconnection, period, right? Okay, so this is coming in reverse, okay? So it's not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily mean a reconnection of, but what it does mean is the beginning of a healing, a mending of that tear. And that could be that tear within self, or it could be the tear with the outer beings that the disconnection was made with. All right, so it's the beginning of a mending. It doesn't necessarily mean coming back together or reconnecting or something like that. but it's the beginning of a mend. So I want you to take that into consideration. Okay? Okay. All right. Steph, I'll be right with you. Ryder Bro, a message for my inner child. Oh, for that inner child. For that inner child. Okay. The one thing that comes into my mind, Ryder, is that the word redeem comes into my mind. And I need to tell you, hold on, my dog's whining. I'll be right back, everybody. Stay right there. Hold on. Oh, Maze, come on. Come on. Come on, come lay down. Lay down. Okay, when redeem comes into mind, you know, we often think of that word redemption, like we have to do something to get this redemption, right? It's actually opposite for you, Ryder. The message more for you, for your inner child, is that you don't have to redeem yourself. You don't have to do specific things to deserve and be worthy of deserving love and respect and to be heard. There's nothing that you have to do. There's no redeeming yourself to prove that you're worthy to receive these things, my darling. Tell your inner child that, you know, you don't have to prove yourself. The being that you are today is proof enough that you can overcome. You don't need to prove that to anyone, and there's no redemption. You don't have to redeem that. All right, so that's the message that I downloaded for you. Now let's draw you a card, and you are getting one from the Thelema deck. All right. Okay. So you got the Three of Swords today, and the Three of Swords talks all about heartbreak. Right now, it is not unnatural to feel sorrow and sadness and loneliness and all of those things. It's holiday season, and we are stuck in our homes because of the pandemic, and we can't see our families, and we can't do so many different things, right? So that might be bringing you some sorrow in itself. Then the feeling of having to redeem yourself and that inner child coming out and saying, I should have done this, or I could have done this better, or to believe that I'm worthy of receiving love, you know, I need to do this. You know what I'm saying? That can cause a very depressive snowball effect, avalanche effect, and I want you to take that into consideration. So one of the things I do suggest that you do, if you're able, is to do a little bit of procurement therapy for yourself. Buy yourself a gift. It doesn't have to be expensive. It has to be something for you, to show yourself love and to show yourself respect and to show yourself appreciation for how far you have come in this life. And I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, Stephanie, you're next. Okay? Stephanie. All right. You got mystical. Okay, so in mystical, I'm going to read to you what it means, and then you know what? No, I'm going to do that in reverse. Mystical coming into play via this deck kind of is a reminder. Okay, good. I'm glad that that resonated with you, writer. Good. When mystical comes into play, it's a reminder of that magical being that we are. It's a reminder to get in touch with that fire of creativity that lives within us, right? I often remind people that we all have this beautiful fire. We all have this beautiful flame that lives within us, especially women. And a lot of times we forget that we are passionate, creative, sexual beings, okay? And what I believe this mystical card is representing for you, Steph, is a reminder that that flame within you is not gone. If you've felt a little blah lately, that flame for you is not gone. It still exists in there. It's burning a little bit low, so you gotta, take care of some business and get that flame going again. Okay? Now I'm gonna read what it says here. Mystical, secret, reveal, conjure. Open the door to wonder. Lose your mind and find your soul. Listen for magical whispers. Definitely. I definitely agree with that for you. For sure. For sure. All right. Let's see. All right, Danielle, you're up next. Like to hear a card. Maybe any advice that I should take. Okay. All right. Which one do I want to do for you, Danielle? I think I want to we'll do the Thelema deck for you. Okay, all right. You have the sun that comes into play. And for you today, the sun is in reverse. And when the sun comes into reverse, it doesn't necessarily mean something bad. It just means that the sun is about joy. It's about that solar plexus. It's about the seat of the soul. It's about that fire that lives within us once again, okay? When it comes to you in reverse, it doesn't necessarily mean depression or any of those things. When it comes to you in reverse, in this case, because I don't know if you notice, but around the sun, there are the sign glyphs, the astrological sign glyphs. And so what this could mean to me at this time, or to you at this time, is polar opposite time. All right, so it could be causing a little bit of confusion, a little bit of depression. But I want you to, let's see here, hold on. I'm going to do this right now. Hold on one second. I can't see. I'm so upset. I can't see. I'll get more into that with you later. Anyway, it can mean a little bit of depression, a little bit of sadness. But what I want you to do is check into that polar opposite astrological sign from yours. And sun sign from yours. And those attributes that sign exhibits, I want you to check more into yourself and find out where those are right now. Find out how those are making you feel right now. I think that's what Spirit wants you to know. Because sometimes when we know why we're feeling a certain way, it really takes off that pressure and we can get through what we're feeling a little bit easier. I hope that makes sense. And call me later this afternoon and we'll go over that. I just can't see on that card. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. All right. I think that is the end of the questions. Yes, it is. All right, so now I'm going to draw one for the collective and see Here we go. And see what the message is. Okay. I don't know if this is necessarily for the collective, but this is something that just came through, and it's ride or die, first to know. So I don't know what that means, if that means anything to anyone. Runa, did you want a card? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to pull a card for Runa really quick, okay? And this one popped out, so it's your Six of Swords, okay? And when Six of Swords comes into play, Six of Swords talks, especially in reverse, tells us that there are still some mental blockages happening. There's some spiritual, intellectual, mental things that we are still kind of holding on to. They could be ways of thinking. They could be how we see things. They could be communicative aspects, things that we're still holding on to that we should be letting go of. Continuing to return to the past. Well, this happened to me before when I did this, or something like that, so I'm sure it's going to happen to me again. That kind of thinking needs to be allowed to just be let go, because we have to remember that the ways of thinking that we put out into the universe are going to draw exactly that result to us through the universe. So focus on allowing yourself to release past ways of thinking, past ways of communicating, especially when we're communicating out into the world, okay? Out into that universe for sure, because universe hears everything. All right, okay, good, good. Very good. All right, so now I'm going to draw for the collective. Okay. Got that one, and I got that one. Okay. There's going to be some stuff going on here. All right. First, I got the Three of Cups in reverse. There's gonna be a little uproar happening. I got Tranquility in reverse as well. So Three of Cups talks about celebration, emotional happiness, coming together, collective work, community, sisterhood, maiden mother crone, all manifestation, like all of those things, okay? It talks about a celebration of emotional manifestation, okay? And when it comes to me in reverse, it's telling me, especially with Tranquility coming in reverse, it's telling me that there might be a little upheaval coming up in our world. And might be a very necessary, another very necessary upheaval coming into our world. I do see a lot of people there. A lot of people gathered. But they're not gathered in happiness. So with that being said, I would also put out into the universe, please, can we hold compassion, love, and healing in our hearts the most, and put that out into the universe as much as we can, especially during times of upheaval, times of stress and anger and anxiety and fear. Let's continue to put love and compassion and peace and understanding and all those beautiful aspects into the universe, all right? And remember that upheaval happens for good reasons as well, even though it might seem bad. Change has to happen and it happens one way or another. So let's make this a good change, all right? And prepare. Get that compassion ready to share. All right? Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Thursday's Random Readings with Marilyn, PNW High Priestess. I'll see you all next week, and thank you for all the love to the eyeball, everybody. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.